Everyone, and please enjoy your evening.
Thank you, John. Those really were three very touching speeches that we've just heard there from Adam, from Wendy, and of course from John. Now, as much as Nick and I would love to continue in that same vein, unfortunately, that's just not what we're here for. I'm not going to waste any time in getting cracking with this speech today, because as Emma likes to tell me when we're making love, the quicker you start, the quicker you finish. Now, for any of you here, any of the guys here that have ever had this honour before, you'll know that being asked to be a best man is about 5 minutes of glowing pride, followed by a lifetime of panic and regret. And Emily, I expect you had a similar experience when John asked you to be his wife. Now, before I carry on giving John a hard time, I've just got to say what an unbelievable wedding you guys have organised today. I mean, seriously, just look at this place out there. You could not have picked a more stunning venue. And I know that everyone has had such a good week being a part of the build-up to this. Seeing you guys getting married today was just amazing. John and I were incredibly close growing up. So close, in fact, that a lot of you here are probably a bit surprised that it's not me sitting where Emily is. We shared a mattress on the floor of our first house together for a year. We had 2 other spare rooms, but we still always went for the mattress. We actually met in biology class at college, and the first thing that struck me about him when I saw him was how incredibly underdeveloped he was. He was 16 years old, but he didn't look a day over 11. Honestly, the entire class thought he was one of those child geniuses. Oaklands College had their very own curious case of Benjamin Button. Now, as you're probably all aware, they have both been training incredibly hard for this wedding today, and I'm sure that you'll all agree with me when I say that, Emily, you look absolutely stunning. When Emily first said that she wanted to lose a few pounds for the wedding, Johnny broke out in a cold sweat and started frantically counting out his coin jar. Seriously though, all that hard training and meticulous dieting really has paid off. Because John's finally managed to break through the 9 stone barrier. Never. So on to the happy couple. John and Emily first met in the After Office Hours pub on September the 21st, 2007. Now, Emily, we all know how much you love a countdown. So that means you've been together now for 6 years, 8 months, 2 weeks, 3 days, 7 hours, and 36 minutes. And let's not forget, #Amalfi Wedding. And when they met, it was clear to see that John was instantly attracted to Emily. But as soon as she dropped in about her 25% John Lewis discount, he nearly got down on the Honestly though, John, you are so lucky to have found a girl like Emily. Because as Neil will tell you, in this day and age, good women are so hard to find. I guess you could say that women are a lot like parking spaces. The good ones are always taken, and all the rest are handicapped. Seriously though, you guys really are the perfect match for each other. You have the same sense of humour, you have the same incredibly hard work ethic, and you're both pretty much the same height. Just look at their footwear today. Poor Emily had to go for the kitten heel while John needed the Cuban heel.
Special. Absolutely special.
Now before I finish, I do just want to be sincere for a minute and say from the heart John, it is a true honour to be your best man today. You really are an amazing friend who would do absolutely anything for your mates. And as for you, Emily, well, you're an incredible girl, a heart of gold, and I love you both very much. I just want to wish you both an extremely happy marriage together, and I look forward to being a part of your lives for the rest of mine. And I'm sure that you've all heard quite enough from me, so I shall now hand you over to the safe hands and the dulcet tones of best man number 2. How do I follow on from that? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening.
Very formal.
For those of you here that don't know me, my name's Nick. Obviously second half of this Best Man Act. They say the best man's speech is the worst 5 minutes of the groom's day. The worst 5 minutes of Emily's day, however, will come later on tonight. That's depending whether Johnny can beat his PB. I want to start by saying, and I think you'll all agree, Emily, you look absolutely stunning today. You've got impeccable taste. I can see now why you're so successful in your career. It's an unbelievable setting, breathtaking scenery, and your dress looks absolutely beautiful. I've got to be honest though, Emily, I'm not quite sure what look the new husband's gone for, but Frankie the Tourist brings to mind. As some of you here may know, I've had quite an input into the build-up to this wedding, being both the personal trainer and nutritional advisor to the bride and the groom. Emily came to me first. She said, Nick, I want to lose a couple of pounds and tone up a bit. No problem. Well, he came to me, and he was desperate to put on some weight. He said, it's been an ongoing issue for years, can you help? I feel as though I've done a fantastic job with Emily. She looks in great shape today.
Yeah.
Him, on the other hand, he totally defies me. He's the only man on my records that I've put on the Ultra Muscle Protein shake, sent all the way over from America. I've added on 10,000 calories a day for 6 weeks, and this bloke still manages to lose 4 pounds. Look, I've known John for a very long time, so there's probably a couple of quick stories, so I don't want to hold you too long, that I can tell you about John that some of you here may not know. Did you know that when John first left college at the age of around 17, he had a short but very successful career as an antiques dealer? It's not what you're thinking. It's not what you're thinking. He wasn't selling fine art, there was no expensive jewellery involved. For 2 years, John became a complete expert in his field, selling Lilliput lanes. No. And when old Lovejoy over here realised there was no money in these hand-painted models, he really knew his real calling in life was to join the family business. But there was a problem, because at the time the family business was called NT, Moody Builders. That's after Nelson and Tom, the dream team. The business was booming, they didn't need it. Is that right? Yeah. And in Nelson's words, if this kid wants to come on board, he's going to have to prove himself. Johnny's obviously a very shrewd businessman and very good at what he does. So, a couple of years down the line, getting the J in the business title was never going to be a problem. But what he doesn't know, even to this day, Nelson and Tom still refer to the J as Junior. I've got one more for you. For those of you here that know John as well as I do, will know that he's a very organised young man. This is good. And what comes with this, John likes to write things down. He's actually kept a journal, a diary journal. I mean, I don't know if you know this. He's kept a diary journal for years. It goes back to the primary school days. I've only gone and found the extracts. From the 2007 diary from the night he first ever met Emily. This is John's writing, not mine. It reads, September 21st, 2007. Another lonely Friday night with my friend Steve. We had another awkward moment on the mattress together. So to relieve the tension, we decided to go for a couple of pints in after office hours. This keeps happening. I'm not quite sure how many more times I have to spoon him in his sleep for him to realise how I feel about it. The pub was pretty empty that night, so we frequented our usual stalls. Good word. We frequented our usual stalls up at the bar. All of a sudden, I noticed this girl and her friend in the corner. I decided to go to the toilet to compose myself. I get really nervous talking to women, and just seeing her really had an effect on me. On my return from the toilet, I couldn't believe it. This girl was literally straddling Steve. All over him. So I got left with a brunette mate that works for John Lewis. And I want to say to both Emily and John, it's a complete testament to the both of you how you've managed to get everyone over here to share on a special day all the way to Italy. I mean, it's typical Emily, she had to choose the most expensive venue in Europe. But we all made it. I mean, poor old Neil over here has a net for a month. Nelson's missed out on his full skin. To John, I want to say, honestly, it's amazing to have a friend like you in my life. I know you're always there for me and my family, and we can count you at any time. So that leads me to say, would you all raise your glasses to the groom and his beautiful bride, Mr. and Mrs. Moody.